So the battle for Amritsar is heated up. We have with us the Congress's top leader, Navjot Singh Sidhu, here with us. Thank you so much,
Honored, Sri.
Shahi Paji, to have you here with us. Now tell me, this is the first time we're getting to talk to you after that big announcement of the Chief Minister's candidate. You always speak from your heart. That's one thing about you. When you first heard the announcement, were you taken aback?
Why? Why would I? Is it necessary that you have a post to change people's lives? Yes.
You want, but
it empowers you.
Yes.
It empowers you. But did Mahatma Gandhi have a post? Did Vinoba Bhave have a post? All those who fought for Narmada, did they have a post? There is no permanent name and fame, Srini, than the endeavor to give happiness to mankind. After a stage, you realize, when you go into deep meditative states, you realize that to help his creation is the greatest work that you can do.
But I'm asking a different question. I'm saying, were you in any way taken aback? Did you think that you also might be announced, or was it kind of clear that it will always be Channi Saab? I mean, was it a fair contest in that sense?
Did it look like that I was taken aback?
I'm asking you.
Why would you ask? Because the whole world saw what happened.
But were you given any indication in advance that it might be heading in this direction, or?
My dear friend, when you say that we'll abide by his decision,
right?
You have a boss, and I know Prannoy sir. Don't you obey him? Tell me, Srini. Nobody would have asked you that question. Do you obey him?
Of course.
Of course. So my answer is of course.
Okay.
We will abide by Rahulji.
But Sidhu Sahab, the question though is that the idea that was floated, that it was done as a survey, people's views were taken of the workers. No, I'm saying, do you believe that it was was that a genuine exercise?
You will know after 15 days. The voice of the people is the voice of God.
But have you accepted it? Have you made peace with it? Or do you still feel that somewhere along the line justice was not done to you?
I have always believed that Rahulji, Priyankaji and Madam Sonia will make judicious choices.
Okay.
Therefore, there has never ever been any regret in my life. I live for the moment. Number one, the past is a bucket full of ashes. Nobody in this world, between yesterday's regret and tomorrow's hope, is today's opportunity. Nobody became a millionaire thinking about tomorrow. It is today. It is this moment. Have you heard Asha Bhosle's song, Srini?
Which one?
आगे भी जाने ना तू, पीछे भी जाने ना तू, जो भी है बस यही एक पल है, पल को थाम शहंशाह हो जाएगा, और शहंशाह मैं हूँ. कैसे? पूछो कैसे? तुम देखो, कभी कभी सवाल तुमसे भी पूछने चाहिए ना. शहंशाह मैं कैसे हूँ?
कैसे बताइए?
बताओ. चाह गई चिंता गई, मनवा बेपरवाह, जिसको कुछ ना चाहिए वही शहंशाह.
क्या बात है. No, but were your supporters, have they accepted? नहीं, आपके supporters जो हैं, have they accepted the fact that you will not be the CM candidate?
भैया उस दिन के शाम के सोशल मीडिया पे चले जाओ, तुम्हें पता लग जाएगा. मैं तो देखता भी नहीं हूँ, ना मैं अखबार पढ़ता हूँ. मैं तो सवेरे 3 बजे उठ के चिंता भी नहीं करता हूँ, भगवान का चिंतन करता हूँ.
आप क्या कह रहे हैं? That they have not accepted, they would have wanted you to be announced?
I have no clue. See, what I said,
yes,
I gave a word of honor to Priyanka ji, that I will stand by them.
Regardless of who they decide.
No. Because I believe in that ideology. It is my father's ideology. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's ideology, his vision, was accepted by my father, and my father was DCC president of the Congress for 36 years. Right. But because of Captain, there were no intrusions in this party, because he was an insecure leader. He never wanted anyone, even worth a little bit, to come and stand with him.
Right.
He opposed me when I came into the Congress. Right. But Rahulji bought me. Prashant Kishore came almost 70 times. Because I did not come and join the Congress for a post. I gave up a post and then came.
Prashant Kishore meaning to persuade you to come, to cross over from the BJP?
Almost more than 60 times. Ask him.
60, 70 times. He came to persuade you?
Yes.
Saying what?
He said, सरकार नहीं बनती है भाई. 30-35 सीट से ऊपर नहीं आएंगी. तुम आओगे 7-8% का swing होगा. Please. And then Bhai rang me up. Priyanka ji met me. I even met Kejriwal. Kejriwal did not even want me to fight the MLA election.
What did he say?
He said आप कैंपेन कर दीजिएगा, सिद्धू साहब आपकी वाइफ को लड़ाएंगे, उसको मंत्री बना देंगे. That is how insecure this bugger is.
So he was also keen to recruit you.
अरे बाबा, he sent his Durgesh Pathak fellow and Sanjay Singh to my house. I did not meet them. My wife insisted, yes, you must meet. तो वो आए, साहब हम आपके लिए क्या कर सकते हैं? मैं तुम्हारे पल्ले क्या है? मैं राज्यसभा छोड़ के तुम्हारे पास है राज्यसभा? तुम ये बोलो पंजाब के लिए क्या करना है भाई? अच्छा साहब, आधे घंटे हम बड़े साहब से मिलाएंगे. मैं ठीक है, बड़े साहब को ले आओ. 1 घंटे बाद साहब उनके पास बहुत काम, कार वार बड़ी हैं, दाम झाम बहुत है, लोगों को पता लगे. मैं कहा वो मेरी सहेली है कि पता लग जाएगा. What happens, man? या वो मिले या मैं मिलता हूँ. तो आप आ जाओ, मैं आ जाता हूँ. मैं गया. So I asked him, what is my role? He said, just campaign.
That's it.
That's it.
But why did you
A
say?
4-time MP goes to him and says that I've come here for Punjab. And then Chotepur goes on record and says, कि, you know, Bhagwan told him. Whether he was right or wrong, that Chotepur can tell you कि यार सिद्धू आ गया तो हमारे बाजार बंद हो जाएंगे.
So why didn't you join though? What
because he did not want me to fight the MLA election. How can I change the system without being in the system?
Right.
How can I ever think of changing a mafia system without being an MLA?
But when you talk of the mafia system, Sidhu Sahab, you said in a statement just before the announcement of the CM post that the CM should be above scrutiny. There should be a person who has the moral right. And here you have a chief minister with the allegation of the sand mafia.
I have always believed that credibility will win in Punjab.
Right.
Once bitten, twice shy. People of Punjab are fed up with this dhanda thing. You see, politics has now become a profession. Money earning machine. That is wrong. That actually has brought Punjab's integrity down. This was supposed to be the shield. We fought Masarangad, we fought all the invaders, right? Yeah. And we are a martial calm. But because last 25 years, 2 chief ministers defended their own business rights and created a mafia system which actually took the state's resources into their individual pockets rather than bringing it into the state's exchequer and then doubling it up by putting it in the central scheme.
No, but now if you have a CM against whom there is an allegation of sand mafia or sand mining, then how is this a cleanup of the system?
Okay, now, Srini, number one, look at the timing. The
timing of the raids against Channi Saab's family.
Absolutely. The case broke out in 2018. Captain Amrinder Singh put it, right? Then he says there were 25 people who were doing sand mining under his nose. What were you doing, sleeping? Huh?
So you're saying it's a politically motivated case? There is no evidence of the sand mining or the sand mafia?
If there is evidence, we'll believe it, no? But there is no evidence. So supposing my bhanja is caught tomorrow and people say, nobody will believe it. So the ultimate thing, what I'm saying is, number one, the timing. Number two, the law must take its own course. Nobody's acquitting him, but nobody's also saying that he's guilty. But until and unless you're proven guilty, you're not guilty.
But does that create a question mark though over Channi Saab that there is this link? Because you're saying that the people want a change of this dhanda politics.
I find people who are without cases in politics. I mean, this is the first thing. Agencies and institutions are being used, politicized, police, everything. Have you ever heard of a Supreme Court judge coming out, 4 judges coming out and making a press conference and saying that our rosters are being fiddled with? Now, the CBI, the RAW, all of that, you know it, Srini.
No, but what about your other comment that you were saying that New Delhi, the High Command wants a weak CM in Punjab that they can control?
Absolutely not. Get your facts right and then distort them.
Okay.
My dear friend, the first thing I said was that Captain Amrinder Singh was a puppet in the hands of the BJP government. उसके ऊपर जैकरेंडा ट्रस्ट का केस था, उसके सन इन लॉ के ऊपर केस था, उसकी बाजू मरोड़ते थे, वो कहता था then they would let him off. Okay, all right, okay. फिर वो ठीक हो जाता था. So he was there to fend for himself. He was defending himself rather than fighting for Punjab. Same goes for Badal. I mean, because of their business interests, their illegal activities, because of the mafia that they ran, I mean, they always were weak when it comes to the ED.
You were not referring to, when you said weak CM, you were not referring to Channi Saab that the High Command wants him as a weak CM here?
Absolutely not. Out of a 40-minute speech, if somebody picks up a 20-second thing and plays it out of context, then what will I say? Then he's out of his mind.
But do you find yourself...
Or he's got sinister designs.
But do you find yourself somewhat isolated now? Because you said that you are a contender to be CM. Now, after the announcement of Channi Saab, No MLAs. MLAs have not come forward.
Why?
Party, no one has spoken in your
The
favor.
MLAs never come forward. Why? देखो मेरी बात सुनो. It is not about the MLAs. You must understand. MLAs were made 5 years ago. Today it is the people of Punjab who will decide whether they'll give 60 MLAs or not. If you don't get 60 MLAs, where is the CM? So please, do not put no. Now let me. Do not put the cart before the horse.
Actually, you're saying that the result is it's not. You have to wait for the
Why
result.
देखो एक बात आप ध्यान से समझ लो.
Is it not sure? Congress may not. It's not.
देखो, nothing is sure in politics, right? Last time you were the ones who were harping the 110 seats to Aam Aadmi Party. What happened? This, the people of Punjab will decide, and they will decide. The result will be out. If we have 60 MLAs, we choose the Chief Minister. But if we do not have 60 MLAs,
Then?
the whole thing turns. Then whether somebody else forms the government or it is a hung assembly is in God's hands. No, it is destiny that will tell you.
So then it could be an open play in the sense you might be forming alliances.
It's not
It
about
could be.
We are out there to convince the people of Punjab through an agenda, through a roadmap that we will deliver. Right? There will be no hollow promises. There will be 10, 15 or 5 promises that we will fulfill. And we will give you a roadmap, a budgetary allocation and a proper policy.
But this is an interesting. You're saying, Sidhu Sahib, you're saying it's not a done deal yet. The CM question is only if you get a majority. If you don't get a majority, then all options are open. You may still be.
It's not
You could also be in the race.
Why do you have to bring me in this?
Because I'm talking to you.
No, but because, see, that is ludicrous.
Okay.
It is not about me.
Okay.
This is about Punjab. One
Okay.
must understand. Like, I left the Rajya Sabha. Have you ever heard of a politician in the last 72 years who left a 6-year Rajya Sabha? No. Have you ever heard of a politician who would give up his ministry because the other fellow wanted to change it and humiliate him? No. Have you ever heard of a politician who left his MP in a wave of Modi, who left his MPship
Right.
and he was offered an INB ministry to leave Punjab and contest from Kurukshetra?
Right.
No. Have you ever heard of a politician who does not consider this as a profession, considers it as a mission,
But is it now
and has left a 30 crore job to be here?
your TV, your
Everything,
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And